Welcome back to that handicapping show at bloodhorse.com. I'm Tom LaMarra, joined by Claire Novak. And Claire, we're welcoming a new sponsor for this week's show and for the next few months at least.
Yeah, racingtoday.com is a great new user-friendly ADW, and they offer an innovative new platform with both online and mobile wagering options, so you can do both, which is pretty cool. They also offer special wagering, sign-up, and other bonuses. So we want to encourage you guys to be sure to check out racingtoday.com, where winners win more.
All right, thanks, Claire, and welcome again to our sponsor, racingtoday.com. The feature race this week that we will be handicapping, we'll talk about a couple others, is the mile and 16th Grade 3 Iroquois at Churchill Downs, the first September meet in about 30 years at Churchill. This is a Breeders' Cup win, and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Drew a full field of 12. Interesting group. Lots of ways to go in here. I'm going to go with Right On Curlin, stretching out for the first time at a mile and 16th around 2 turns, but strong maiden win, last time out at Ellis Park, 103 for 5.5. Blew the field away on the lead. Waiting for this horse to stretch out. Calvin Burrell back aboard. Nice second in his in his first start, where he didn't break well and he closed very quickly at Churchill Downs with the spring meet at 5.5. So thinking this horse might be the favorite, but there's a lot of other good horses in here, so maybe he won't be a heavy favorite.
Exactly. Well, I'm going to take a look at 2 horses in here. One is Honorable Judge. This is a horse who won by 6 3/4 at Parks. Cash's King owns him. He's in a Fleet Alex, which of course is not surprising. And I like the fact that this horse has been a mile. When they're stretching out around 2 turns, it's always handy if a horse has won that impressively at a little bit more of a distance than, say, 5.5 or 6 furlongs. So I like this horse to keep an eye on. His speed figure, that was his only start, and it wasn't that impressive. But I think he has, with obviously only 1 start and that one being a solid win, he has nowhere to go but up from here. So I like him. Another horse that I'm sure people will notice is Tapiture. This is a Steve Asmussen trainee, obviously by Tappet. And the interesting thing about this horse, he only has 1 start, which was at Saratoga. And guess who he was second to in that race?
Strong Appeal.
Strong Mandate.
Oh, Strong Mandate, sorry.
Yes. But, yes, oops. He was second to a horse whose name starts with Strong. And Strong Mandate, of course, came back and won the Hopeful Stakes and did so. I mean, I don't know if you've seen as good of a 2-year-old performance this year. I mean, just blew the field away for the coach on his birthday, so that was cool. So I like Tapiture in here too.
All right. We both like Honorable Judge. It's interesting that you would pick that horse too. The speed figure people may not like the horse, but I think it was the way that he won his first start. And again, the Mountaineer Juvenile winner, Rise Up,
that's right,
switches to the Tom Amos barn. Was trained by Tim Ham, who is excellent with 2-year-olds. And once again, another interesting horse on the stretch out. So the Iroquois loaded, I think, with wagering opportunities. We wish you the best. A few other races real quick. The Super Derby at Louisiana Downs is on Saturday. And looks like we will have a heavy favorite. I think he should be, and I think he'll win.
Yeah, Departing just, is coming into this race off a very impressive West Virginia Derby win. And really the only thing that you can fault him for in the Preakness. I talked to Al Stahl about that race, and you can find the preview on bloodhorse.com, just talking about why he thinks he didn't run well in there. But other than that, this horse is so solid. I mean, the way he won the Illinois Derby, the way he won the West Virginia Derby, he's a really nice 3-year-old. He may not be the top level, but he's definitely the top of the next level. And he's going to need a little bit of a pace to set up in here, and he might not necessarily get that, so we'll see how it plays out. But both he and Bashar, who's another good horse in here, need some type of pace going on up front, so hopefully that happens and he comes rolling for home.
Okay, and Monday night, Grade 2 Presque Isle Downs Masters, Groupie Doll looking to win this race again. She drew the 10-hole in an 11-horse field loaded with speed and some pretty good horses. I think she gets back on the winning track after running 3rd last time out at Ellis Park. I think the horse to her outside is probably the horse to use with her. Queen's Award for Eduardo Caramori. First time at Presque Isle, but has run very big races on the poly track at Keeneland.
Yeah, and I really like Purely Hot in
Of
here.
course.
Who's the local horse that I wrote about earlier. I mean, you really can't fault this horse because all she does is win, and she wins impressively. This is a big step up for her, but I think judging from what I've learned about the way she's been running, the guy who trains her, and just kind of her style, I'm pretty sure that she's going to be right there. I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to say she might beat Groupie Doll, but I think she'll be in the mix for sure. And you've got Judy the Beauty in there after scratching at the gate in the ballerina when she flipped, and she was second to Starship Truffles in the Princess Rooney.
Purely Hot 6 for 6 at Presque Isle Downs, and looking back at this race, local horses have done pretty well in this race. So
she's a beast.
You know, it's a major step up in class, but certainly a horse to consider in your exotics. So those are the races for this weekend. Again, we welcome racingtoday.com, and we thank brisnet.com for the past performances. For Claire, I'm Tom. We'll see you next time on That Handicapping Show.